So, you've served one full term as a local officer, have at least 1 year of high school eligibility remaining, have been an active member of PETSA, and are now looking to run for state office. But you're wondering, what's next? Well, lucky for you, I have the rest of the 2021 to 22 state officer team here with me today to talk about our experiences running for state office and give you some pointers to get you started. First, I would like to welcome Julie Wright, our current state vice president.
Hi, Madison.
Hey Julie, so what would you recommend that prospective officers do prior to beginning their state office campaign?
Great question. Before you even begin your campaign, you should get as involved with Pennsylvania TSA as possible. This includes joining state committees, applying for vice chair positions, attending virtual events, and interacting with us on social media. Not only will this get your name out there, but it will also show voting delegates that you are qualified to help lead this organization.
That's some great advice, thank you. Next, I would like to bring in Ben, our current state secretary.
Hello everyone.
Hey Benny, how do you recommend prospective state candidates begin their applications?
I would suggest that they start by brainstorming initiatives. These are things that you hope to accomplish as a state officer, and they're the foundation of your campaign. When creating initiatives, you should try to think outside the box, but still make sure that your ideas are feasible. Usually, candidates aim to have 2 to 3 initiatives.
That's some great advice. And now I would like to introduce Rick, our current state treasurer. Come on over.
He's not here.
Oh, okay, let's go find him. Here's another tip for you. Throughout your campaign process, make sure to be flexible. You can't perfectly prepare for every possible situation, so just be ready to go with the flow.
Hi, Madison.
Hey Rick, quick question for you. How do prospective SOT candidates apply to be an officer?
Great question. All the information for that can be found on patsa.org. You'll need to submit an online application with some personal information, statements, and documents. Make sure to be mindful of the deadlines and give yourself plenty of time to get your principal and superintendent's signature.
Awesome, thank you. Let's head back to the cabin and see if we can find the remaining 4 officers. Hey guys, we're wrapping up our video with some advice for prospective state candidates. Michelle, can you talk a little bit about what candidates will need to bring to the state conference?
Sure. You will be required to bring an 11 by 17 inch poster, as well as some 3.5 by 2 inch business cards. We usually recommend that candidates bring anywhere between 250 and 1,000 cards. The poster will be hung by the staircase, and your business cards will be given through one-on-one campaigning and at the candidate speeches.
Thank you. Zane, do you want to talk about the speeches in Q&A?
Of course. On Thursday night of the conference, each candidate will give a speech to the voting delegates. These speeches are usually 2 minutes in length, depending on the number of candidates. At the conclusion of the speeches, there will be a formal Q&A session. For the most part, it's difficult to predict what will be asked, so we recommend that you're as familiar with your platform as much as possible. What I can say though is, you should definitely be prepared to answer the fruit question.
Yeah, the fruit question is a classic. Philip, can you talk about the meet and greet?
Absolutely. The meet and greet is an informal time for delegates to chat with candidates and learn more about their platforms. A lot of the hard-hitting delegates will show up to this event, so make sure that you know your platform inside and out because you never know what questions they may ask.
Great points. Last but not least, James, would you like to round us out with your best piece of advice?
Oh, that's a tough question. I think my best piece of advice is to really think out your ideas and make sure you know how to fulfill them. No matter how qualified you are, people will not vote for you unless they think that you'll be able to live up to your promises. On that note, make sure you're passionate about your initiatives because you'll be working very hard on them if elected. Also, just make sure you're very passionate and never give up. I wouldn't be here right now if I had to give up at any point.
Awesome, thank you. I think we have given you a lot to think about and some great starting points. If you have any questions throughout the campaigning process, please feel free to email any seniors on the officer team or our state officer advisor, Mrs. Evans. We look forward to seeing your campaigns.